The North Bank is the heartbeat of Highbury. What a reception for Arsenal as they take the first step towards retaining that Barclays League title. Hello, a very good afternoon to you all. The home of the league champions is a great place for us on the London Match to start our league programme. Arsenal didn't lose here in the First Division last season. They haven't taken any part at all in the crazy £70 million spending spree during the summer. The bookies, most of them have them favourites to retain that title. They've been members of the league for something like 98 years. They might be moving on next season. As for Barnet, they've just joined the Football League, become the 93rd club. We're at Underhill and we'll be reflecting a great day for Barry Fry and the boys. We'll also show you every goal scored in the First Division this weekend. We've got 7 London clubs in the top flight now, and our cameras will follow them home and away. A really carnival atmosphere here at Highbury before a ball has been kicked. The Arsenal Vice-Chairman, David Dein, has been presented with the Barclays League pennant, and that flag will flutter proudly over Highbury as a reminder of the triumphs of last season. And George Graham, he's received a Silver Eagle, confirming his status as Manager of the Year. All about Arsenal so far then. Things have been happening at Queen's Park Rangers as well, including a change at the top. And that's where Brian Moore starts his commentary.
Yes, Gerry Francis, one of Queen's Park Rangers' most distinguished players through the 1970s, now brings his skillful managerial touch to the club. He joined from Bristol Rovers this summer, and he's truly hurled into the deep end here. First, a visit to champions Arsenal, and the next away game for his club is at Liverpool. Well, Rangers today face an Arsenal side still denied the defensive qualities of Steve Bold with an ankle injury. The value of a powerful squad seen again as David O'Leary steps in, and as Limpar or David Rocastle down the flank, George Graham chooses Limpar. Rocastle is a sub. Never a doubt, though, about David Seaman's place in goal. After all, only 18 goals conceded home and away in the league last season. Rangers, meanwhile, sold Paul Parker to Manchester United in the summer and Mark Falco to Millwall, but Dennis Martin's a newcomer, and so is Ian Holloway. But the most comforting news for the team is that Ray Wilkins has shrugged off an Achilles tendon injury and conducts affairs from the midfield. So the new men in Rangers colours, Ian Holloway, a competitive little midfielder who had 4 years with Gerry Francis at Bristol Rovers, he's a sub today, and Dennis Bailey, playing wide on the right, came from Birmingham City, but he also had a loan spell with his new manager in Bristol last season. Our referee today is Ron Groves of Weston-super-Mare. He and his lines with Mr. Cox and Mr. Jones work as a team for much of this season. That's an excellent Football League move that extends to 12 such teams of officials. And Queen's Park Rangers in those familiar hoops, attacking the goal to our left as a new Football League season is off and running. Sinton playing it in. Oh, Sinton, or rather Seaman, going for that one and missing it. And it needed Paul Davis's header away. Bardsley trying to keep it going. Stopped there by Winterburn. A real unaccustomed error there by David Seaman in the first minute of a new season. Mistake there by Winterburn. Wegley quick to seek advantage there. The back heel falling for Wilkins. He in turn beaten by Davis. And Wilkins, that's not like him, pulling Davis back. And I think Ron Groves just wants a little precautionary word there with the Rangers captain. So it's a free kick. O'Leary up there, Adams up there, Merson fairly wide, same towards Adams, and a corner given. Limpar will take it, O'Leary stays up. Limpar's corner for Arsenal, first of the game. Flick there, knocked off the line by Wilkins. And Wilkins gets it clear for Queen's Park Rangers. So near to an opening goal there for Arsenal. And Wegerle. Wilkins. Winterburn. Bardsley, a rash challenge there, and Arsenal come through it as Limpar takes it up for them. Tries to get it through to Merson, hit first time, in amongst the Arsenal fans at the clock end, and a goal kick. But it was real touch and go for Rangers a moment ago, and the rescuer was Ray Wilkins. And it was Campbell's header, I think, that was knocked off the line there. Simpson. Now Bailey, bought from Birmingham City. And the header by Adams provides Queen's Park Rangers with a corner. And instantly Peacock and Maddox go forward. The aerial power of Ferdinand and Wegerle will test Arsenal to the full here. Sinton's taking the corner. There are the big fellas up from their defensive positions. So Sinton's corner for Queen's Park Rangers, floated in towards the near post there, and knocked in there by Bailey. To the delight of the travelling QPR fans. (1-0) to Queen's Park Rangers. Bailey's sure touch in his first game for his new club. And urgent instructions from George Graham, the Arsenal manager, down to the bench to try and put things right. Stuart Houston on the receiving end. But on the other side of the tunnel, not a bad start to the First Division season. Sinton. Wegerle up ahead of him. Ferdinand in there too. And here's Bailey. It'll fall for Ferdinand. Will there be problems here? Well, there would have been, but for Seaman. Big, powerful lad, and he's not finished yet. But then Merson comes back to the rescue. Gets a return pass. And Maddox knocks it away into touch. So big and strong, Les Ferdinand, that even people like Tony Adams find it hard to shake him off the ball. And there was an excellent piece of work here by David Seaman. That would have been goal number 2. Half an hour gone. The referee wanting a word in passing with Les Ferdinand. Something he spotted off the ball there as Arsenal wait to take this free kick to be taken by David O'Leary. Floated towards Campbell. That almost came Arsenal's way. It might come for Hillier. His shot charged down. But some pretty lax defending just for a moment there by Queen's Park Rangers. And Arsenal just not wide awake enough to take full advantage of it. It went over Barker's head. Could easily have fallen there for Campbell, but just the wrong side of him. Hillier could make nothing of it here, and a chance went vanishing into the afternoon air. Merson, chased by Brevitt. Campbell. Bit of space now for Hillier. Tries to give it now to Davis. Little chip by him through to Smith. Had it knocked off his foot there beautifully by Here comes Limpar. And a goal kick. Just for the moment, you got the impression there was some good work by David Bardsley. You got the impression that Arsenal were just seeking to up the pace a little bit. And came within a whisker of producing a chance for themselves. Adams' header. Peacock with one for Rangers. A flick on. Seaman's out of his goal, and Ferdinand was onside. The flag had stayed down, there wasn't any doubt about that. But Arsenal very nearly caught out in defence there with that lovely flick through. Seaman to the rescue. Wegley. Sinton. Dixon didn't quite know where it was there, and he whipped in the cross very well indeed. O'Leary got it away, and a total misjudgment there by Bardsley. Sends Limpar away again, Bailey chasing, and eventually holding up Arsenal. Long throw there, Maddox meeting it for Queen's Park Rangers. Here's Hillier, or rather Limpar. Great shot. That had Stejskal worried just for a moment as that curled away from him. Hit with great venom there by Limpar. You can see the ball curling, and it just curled over the crossbar. Some 35 yards out. And problem here for Queen's Park Rangers. Ray Wilkins down. And it looks as though Ian Holloway comes on for his first appearance for Queen's Park Rangers. Wilkins throws his captain's armband to Simon Barker. Has orchestrated so much in that midfield, as he does so often for QPR. Well, Ian Holloway comes on, bought from Bristol Rovers. In fact, when Jerry Francis bought him for Bristol Rovers from Brentford, he paid for him out of his own money, but now paid £230,000 to bring him to QPR. Well, a fair bit of talking to be done at half-time by George Graham on the left there. Limpar, ball out of play, it's another throw, or is it a free kick? Yes, it was a foul by Bailey. So a free kick which Limpar will take for Arsenal right on half-time, up towards Smith and Merson. Merson with a miscue. Goal kick to QPR. No, the referee's given extraordinary decision, it seemed to me, that one. The referee's given a corner to Arsenal. That looked to me as though it came off Merson. Well, the Rangers fans are booing, and Brevitt is mystified by it. Interesting situation if a goal comes from this, as Davis dinks it in. And a big jump there by Danny Maddox. And Wegerle brings it away. He's got Sinton in support. A perfect pass there for Sinton, who's got Holloway in support. Plays it through for Sinton. Good bit of play. And Seaman just picked that out of the air as though it were a cherry. But a lovely, fluent move there by Queen's Park Rangers right on half-time. Here comes Bailey. And now Barker. Out of play. Playing time added on at the end of the first half. Brevitt, but the header falls for Merson. And now Limpar, who's in a real impish mood this afternoon. But a goal kick. And that could well be Arsenal's last chance in this first half. Half-time, and Rangers lead by 1-0. The scorer, Dennis Bailey, a London boy born in Lambeth. Bought for £175,000 from Birmingham City, a snip, Jerry Francis told me yesterday, and that certainly proved to be the case when he hooked the ball wide of David Seaman for the only goal of the first half. Arsenal 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Bailey after 15 minutes. So Arsenal, unbeaten in the league here last season, facing this one-goal deficit as the second half gets underway. O'Leary back to David Seaman. George Graham now down on the trainer's bench, facing an anxious second half. But now, that's in fact some excellent defending there by Maddox. It looked as though Peacock was outstripped, and both Campbell and Smith were honing in on that ball so quickly. It's over Peacock's head, but Maddox is in there with a good, firm header back to his goalkeeper. Hillier. And a Rangers throw. Rufus Brevitt with a throw for Queen's Park Rangers. Wegley. Played forward by Holloway, stabbed a nice little ball there and got the return ball from Bailey. Merson. Now Merson again. Trying to get Smith away. And Rangers rode their luck there. That was as good a move as Arsenal put forward in this game, and Smith was on the end of it, and the ball in the end just bounced very kindly indeed for Rangers. Dixon gets it back. Maddox again. Campbell. O'Leary putting it forward towards Smith. Peacock and Barker getting it away. Adams, good control. The pressure was pretty great on him because Wegley was breathing down his neck. And here's Tony Adams again. Good break here by Winterburn. Bailey's gone with him. Couldn't quite hold it first time. Winterburn again. He's got some support here from Limpar. And now Davis. Hillier. Being hustled by Barker, and in the end Arsenal lose it and Sinton can take it up. Holloway's made a break, but here's O'Leary for Arsenal. Trying to get Campbell away again. Peacock's with him. Still with Kevin Campbell, and now Merson! The shot saved by Stejskal. Well, Arsenal won both home and away here in the league last season, and Merson scored in both games, but was foiled there by the Rangers goalkeeper. Dixon towards Campbell, being well watched there by Danny Maddox. Well, it would be a wonderful start for his managerial career at QPR if Gerry Francis's team could win here today. Campbell again, Merson, Smith playing it in, Maddox, Barker. They're under a lot of pressure in defence, Rangers, but at the moment they're coping well. O'Leary gets it back. Limpar, what a lovely touch. Winterburn taking it on, playing it in early towards Campbell. But again, Maddox is there, helped on by Holloway at the expense of a corner. O'Leary, Campbell, Merson in there. Stejskal only pawing it away. Oh, but he got that a second time from Davis's header. Very good reflex save, and I think Davis probably has injured himself as he fell over there. It was almost a somersault there that Paul Davis did. As we'll see it again, Stejskal can only palm it out to the Arsenal number 8. It looks as though he may have got a kick from Barker there. But it looks as though Davis, after the work of Gary Lewin, the physio, is able to continue. Well, it's a throw which Limpar takes for Arsenal, and sportingly hands it back to Queen's Park Rangers. Rangers having kicked it out so that Davis could get some treatment. We're over halfway through this second half now. Sinton, Austin again, that time a corner off David O'Leary, and with a little over 20 minutes left, certainly at this point, Queen's Park Rangers holding the champions quite comfortably. Here's Sinton with the corner, floated a little wider this time. Might go anywhere. In the end, it falls to Merson, and a chance for Arsenal to break. The hoop shirts are getting back, though. Campbell's in there. Merson's still going. It'll come for Campbell. He tried to flick it with the outside of the boot, and it didn't come off, and then Merson can't get it back. It's a great break by Paul Merson. And for a moment, Rangers were in serious trouble. But here's Wegerle. No foul. Comes to Limpar. Now Merson. Peacock getting it to Maddox. Sinton withdrawn just a little bit there, but gives the ball away to O'Leary. Hillier and Campbell in the clear this time. The flag stays down. And a good saving challenge that time by Peacock. And in fact, it looks as though a free kick, if anything's been given Rangers' way. But Campbell, you would have felt, was absolutely clear with a chance of a shot on goal there. But in comes Peacock and makes the contact with the ball there. And Arsenal now taken David O'Leary off and brought Perry Groves on, is it? No, it looks as though Rocastle's coming on with that left hand heavily strapped. You remember he broke a finger here against Sampdoria a fortnight ago. A great favourite, of course, with the Arsenal fans, Rocky Rocastle. See the frustration etched on George Graham's face there as Wegley tries to get in, but Seaman got there a fraction before him. Groves continues to warm up. Maddox. Rocastle chasing, keeps the ball in play. Brevitt there, gets it back comfortably enough to his goalkeeper though. Rocastle, Merson. Sinton to Ferdinand, the ball kept in play. No. Well, Arsenal are taking off Campbell. And Perry Groves comes on. That's the last throw of the dice for George Graham with both his substitutes on now. Bardsley and Bailey not getting it away with any great conviction. Rocastle into that midfield position again, spreading it wide to try and get Merson away on that right-hand side. Oh, the keeper had it and lost it, and Arsenal very nearly achieved something out of nothing, because that ball looked as though it had to go out before Merson hooked it back in. Inside the last minute. Jerry Francis and the rest of the Rangers bench are on their feet now, just hoping now that their side can hold on for the last few seconds. Barker, who's had a terrific game since Wilkins went off as the captain. Groves with a throw. The last few seconds for Arsenal to save themselves on this opening game of the season. Wegley right up there. No, not Wegley, it's Peacock right up there. There's Peacock up again, it might come to Limpar. It comes to Arsenal! They've saved it in the last seconds. It deflected off a Rangers defender, but Merson's shot finds the back of the net. And there's relief at Highbury as the champions save themselves almost with the last kick. Adams let it go, and it deflected off a defender, but it's Merson's goal. Limpar didn't get a touch. Adams got out of the way of the defender, and it came probably off Bardsley, but Merson will claim it. 1-1. What a dramatic finish to this opening game of the season. Jerry Francis's side that had looked so comfortable even against so much Arsenal pressure, finally succumbing in the last moments of the game. Well, Arsenal unbeaten in the league here last season. It looked as though they would start the new campaign with a home defeat. But Merson and that deflection now looks as though it means otherwise. And Arsenal indeed in injury time might now be looking for a winner. Peacock's header. A free kick given to Rangers. A victory snatched away from them, it would seem. But I suppose at 3 o'clock to come here and get a draw would have been a very good result indeed for them. Here's Wegley. Sinton. Ferdinand. Wegley beaten by Davis. Gets it to Merson. Merson again. Here come Arsenal looking for that dramatic winner. Winterburn's made a great break on the left-hand side, but he played it instead for Groves on the right. There's a cross coming in. And Rangers under a lot of pressure now. It comes to Davis. Knocked in again. And It's Holloway who eventually gets it away, not very far. Adams returning it. Up goes Smith, can't get a touch on it. Groves gets in there. Maddox holding it off. Barker trying to get it away. It comes to Limpar with a shot straight at goalkeeper Stejskal. Well, all the fire and fury in the last 2 or 3 minutes of this game. Arsenal pulling it back to 1-1 and then so close to a winning goal, but it finishes. Arsenal 1, Queen's Park Rangers 1, handshakes all round. A great climax and a terrific performance by Queen's Park Rangers for much of this game. Dennis Bailey having put them ahead after 15 minutes of the first half, and then Paul Merson rescuing the champions Arsenal in the very last minute of the game. And so we have a final score on the opening day here at Highbury. It's Arsenal 1, Queen's Park Rangers 1.
Jerry, you must be very proud of what your team did there, but it was all champions, played their game for the full 90 minutes, and Arsenal showed you that today.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed really, because we did tremendously well for, what, 88 minutes or whatever it was, and they're a very, very good side. That's why they're champions. So, but we came so close, but I'm very pleased, very pleased.
You'd have settled for a point, I would think, before the start of today, but ultimately must be disappointed not to have had all three.
I'm disappointed. We battled well, we broke when we could. It's just one of those things.
I know you were worried about your team not having a leader when Ray Wilkins went off, but they certainly gave everything for you here today.
Yeah, very pleased with that, 110%, and good support from the crowd, and it's a good start, isn't it?
Every team's wondering how to stop Arsenal. You came desperately close today. Any hints you can pass on?
No, I think I'll keep them to myself, Jim. Just that, just another 50,000 grey hairs, I think. That's about it.
Good start for you, Jerry. Well done. David, do you think to a certain extent Arsenal got out of jail here this afternoon?
I thought we deserved the result. Good luck to QPR, they came to hit us on the break. We gave a very silly goal away, particularly for us, set piece. And really, when you look at it, Dave Seaman's had one shot in 90 minutes. I don't think we played unbelievably well, but I thought we deserved, we were taking the play to them all the time.
Is it going to be harder for Arsenal to retain the title than to win it?
It's always hard, Jim. People say, oh, people want to beat you because you're champions, but I mean, I'm starting my 19th year here, and I've always felt everybody wants to beat Arsenal Football Club for the sake of Arsenal Football Club, what they are. So I don't think it'll be any different this year. The only thing is we've learned as players, we've grown up older, we know what it's like, we've gone through it before, and I think our manager and playing staff, the people behind the scenes know as well. And there won't be any complacency. We have a big enough squad, and we were champions. You know, we had a great summer. We've all started off from scratch again, and it's up for grabs again, the championship, and we'll be doing our utmost to defend it. You know, if you've got to be consistent and resilient and plod along. Sometimes when you're not playing great, you know, it's the system, it's the consistency, it's the will amongst everybody to just keep grinding it out. And the way with more clubs in the First Division now, it'll be a big grind, and there's no better team than ourselves in Liverpool to do that.
David, thanks very much indeed.
Pleasure.
David O'Leary there. Well, still to come on.
So Sinton's corner for Queen's Park Rangers, floated in towards the near post there, and knocked in there by Bailey. To the delight of the travelling QPR fans. (1-0) to Queen's Park Rangers. Bailey's sure touch in his first game for his new club. Inside the last minute. Oh, Jerry Francis and the rest of the Rangers bench are on their feet now. Just hoping now that their side can hold on for the last few seconds. Barker, who's had a terrific game since Wilkins went off as the captain. Groves with a throw. The last few seconds for Arsenal to save themselves on this opening game of the season. Wegley right up there. No, not Wegley, it's Peacock right up there. There's Peacock up again. It might come to Limpar. It comes to Arsene! They've saved it in the last seconds. It deflected off a Rangers defender, but Merson's shot finds the back of the net. And there's relief at Highbury as the champions save themselves almost with the last kick. Adams let it go and it deflected off a defender, but it's Merson's goal.